Okay, if you can give me, we're going to start now. So if you can give me, Kelvin, your name, where you were born, and your date of birth.
I'm Calvin Hudnell. I was born here in Grand Rapids on January 30th, 1953.
Okay. And Kelvin, what are your parents' names?
My parents is Leslie and Odella Hudnell, Reverend Hudnell.
Okay. And do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I have one brother,
What's his name?
Bobby Hudnell.
Okay.
He's also a participant here at the Methodist Community House.
He's also here at the Methodist Community House?
Yeah.
A participant here, okay. And so, your parents, were they from Grand Rapids too, or where did they come from?
My parents were from Mississippi, man. Well, my dad was born in Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama.
Montgomery, Alabama.
And my mom was born in New Augusta, Mississippi.
New Augusta, Mississippi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so, do you know how they met? I mean, because that's different parts, right?
Well, yeah. As far as my recollection is that me and my mom and dad met after he was come out of the service.
Out of the service, okay.
So he was
Because you're 53 and service was around 1945.
yeah, I think he discharged 1945.
Okay, so is your brother older or?
Yeah, yeah, my brother's older, and he, to Mississippi, I think, I think they met somewhere around Ludlow, Mississippi, and
That's right after the service, right around there.
yeah.
So do you remember, have you ever gone back to Mississippi or?
Yeah, I've been there several times with him.
Okay.
Sometimes early age, I went to.
And what's it like? I mean.
I went to my mom, all the way to my mom's hometown.
Okay.
She lived where she was born. Gulfport is about 40-some miles or so from the coast,
From the coast.
Gulfport.
Okay.
And I remember a place where my dad used to stay when we went. Is it around Ludlow, Mississippi, or the Army base where he discharged and was.
Oh, there's a base right there?
Yeah.
Mississippi?
I've been there. One of his brothers lived right off from the base. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And when I was there, I got to go right up to where the base was. It's fenced off. And and then I think they come to Grand Rapids in about 48, 47.
They
or so.
moved from there to Grand Rapids?
Yeah,
way before you were born?
Yeah, before I was born.
Okay. And why did they move over here? Was that what, like that great migration that they had? Is that what they had?
It was the workforce.
The workforce.
As I know, yeah.
So they came here to work?
Yeah, the Michigan and these.
Or the Conservation Corps?
Well, the factories and foundries and factories and stuff was vast then.
Okay.
After the war.
So they came looking for work in the factories?
Yeah.
The
So
Industrial Revolution, whatever they call it?
Yeah, a lot of people from around South Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama and stuff is here because of a lot of the factories that opened up you know, it was, I mean, you know, women and men could work in different kinds of jobs. And it was plentiful, so a lot of people, because after he come here, all his brothers, I think brothers and sisters, and
So his other brothers and sisters came too?
Came too.
So it was your father bringing them? I mean, it was the
He brought some of them.
It was the workforce bringing them, but I mean, he was letting them know, hey, there's work here.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a nice place here and all that.
Yeah. He was responsible for transport some of his brothers,
Right.
because he was the oldest. So
Oh, he was the oldest?
it was, he had, I think it was 11 of them.
Oh, 11 brothers and sisters.
I think he had 7 brothers and 3 sisters. Oh, him, it was 11.
And a lot of them came? Did most of them come, or
Well, he had a brother and a sister he had a brother and 2 sisters that stayed in Mississippi.
that stayed? Everybody else came?
Yeah,
Okay, out of 11, so everybody else came.
yeah. All of my father's sisters and brothers dead now.
They're dead.
Yeah, all of them.
Right, but they came. Did they come to Grand Rapids or Detroit or some other cities? Chicago or what?
They all came to Grand Rapids.
They came to Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
And so he must have known somebody here.
It's possible. Yeah. He probably is some people probably that was someone he probably know that was in the service with him.
Oh, that was in
That
the
was here. They come here and probably, you know, was what inspired them to come.
Okay.
What I would say, because it was a couple, some families that lived, I know that lived, that moved practically everywhere we moved since we've been in the city.
Okay. So where did you first move
So
to?
they was from,
What was the first neighborhood that you guys lived in?
I think when my mom and them come here, they lived over on Goodrich. They had a place.
Goodrich, is that west?
Southwest, right off of
Southwest Goodrich.
Grandville.
Or by Granville?
Yeah, off of Grandville.
Off
there.
of Granville and Goodrich.
Where the transit station is now,
Oh yeah, right around there?
that's
So
Goodrich.
Was that neighborhood African American there? Or
Well,
Goodrich? Or was it mixed?
I wasn't born.
Okay, you were, okay. But
So,
a few
but
people-
I wasn't born,
No, but a
but
few people have
I
told me
would
that-
say it was,
No,
I
there
would
is a
say it
section.
was a black predominantly neighborhood.
Yeah,
Because,
because I seen it. It's still a black area too.
yeah,
And
because,
then next to it is Spanish. Next to it is Puerto Rican.
yeah,
But-
because some of the people that lived there, I known since I
So they've been
was
there for
born.
years.
Yeah,
So they've been
and
there for years.
then they, from what I said, my brother, he lived over there, but
Right, right.
where I say on the block, he was predominantly
Right.
black.
It makes sense because that's where all the factories are at.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know, the people came for the factories. Puerto Ricans too, they came for the
yeah.
factories, yeah.
Yeah, because all a lot, certainties, I think Dad started working at certainties, and then some of the sisters and brothers just work for, what's this place used to be up here on Dolan Jobbers?
Dolan
Used to be here on
Divers?
Dolan Jobbers, they call it.
Dolan Jobbers?
Dolan Jobbers.
Okay.
It's not, they closed down
Okay.
there.
What
But-
did they make?
They did like custom parts for, like these
Chairs?
arms and stuff
Oh,
on
for
the
chairs.
chairs.
Furniture.
Yeah, and like these moldings, these
Oh, okay.
holders for tables and stuff, and
Okay.
you know, handles of spoons,
So like furniture, yeah.
silverware, stuff, all that. They did custom moldings and And then over furniture factories all over town. And my dad moved there. The Certainties out here was a plaster company. And they made, there was a mine, plaster
the Gypsum Mine.
Gypsum Mine.
That's right, somebody else worked there too.
And a couple of his brothers.
They made they make the walls, right? The plaster.
Well, yeah, they make the plaster for
the walls.
For walls.
Okay, yeah. So that was the Gypsum Mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so he worked there too.
He worked there. He worked. Them was one of the first places he worked.
Okay.
And then when his brothers came, they went to work in there.
At the Gypsum Mine too.
Yeah, for a while. Then they come out and this other place called Certainties. I'm not quite sure what it was. I guess it was about. It later become Certainties. I think became Keeler Brass.
Okay, Keeler Brass.
Yeah.
Okay. Keeler Brass. Is that? I don't know if they're on 28th Street now or whatever.
I don't know if they
Keeler
still.
Brass,
Yeah, it's on
here.
30. Yeah,
Is it
on
36 or
32nd Street.
32nd Street, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, you know.
So they worked. He worked there too. Your father?
No, he didn't work there. He went.
But other people.
He went from General Motors there.
Oh, he went to General Motors.
Yeah.
Okay, so he got a real good job at General
Yeah,
Motors.
he went to General Motors from there.
Okay.
And one of his oldest sisters, she went to work for General Motors too.
Okay. Okay. Now, what about your mom? What kind of work did she do? What was your father's name you said again?
Leslie
Leslie. And then your mom?
Odella.
Odella. Okay, what about Miss Odella? What did she do?
She worked here.
At the United Methodist?
Yeah, she used to be the cook here at the United Methodist.
Okay.
From about I know 1953 or 54
Oh,
when I
53,
was
54
born.
then? She was working here?
She used to be the cook. Yeah,
Okay.
and
So she did that a few years?
yeah, she did that for. She must have worked here for maybe about 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And then she went to work at Then she went to work at the YMCA.
Okay. What did she do at the Y?
She was in housekeeping.
Housekeeping there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she worked a lot of. She didn't work a lot of years because my mom, she had diabetes and then turned out she had cancer. She died of cancer, but she was extraordinary. She had a miraculous life, wonderful. I would give her. She was diagnosed to die in 6 months. What, about 72? And but she lived to 99.
Mm-hmm. And that's good. To 99 years old?
No, I'm saying
The year 99.
the year 99.
99, but 76, they said she was.
Yeah, she was diagnosed in 72.
Okay, so she's a survivalist.
See, yeah, she had a couple of sisters and my brothers that died like that. Just diagnosed at 6 months and died.
Mm.
But she lived to 99. And I went with her 5 years to radiation treatments.
You took her to radiation treatments?
I had to go with her
Why
for
did you?
5 years.
Oh, you had to go with her to take her? Or you didn't have radiation treatment though?
No, she had it, but
She
I
had it.
had to be with her.
Okay, you had to be with her, yeah.
Yeah, I go out. I was the youngest. But it turned out it was, it was for a purpose too.
But man, how did you feel
when she
about that? You're going with your mom and you know that she doesn't have that long to live. So I mean, well, how were you feeling?
I felt all right about it. Of course, in fact, I was with her through most all the way through it, because You know, I was in the Lord's care. She told. She was, you know, strong, really strong. She didn't work a lot of years, but she took years off, and then she worked through like the 70s. She used to work for Miss Anita at King Kennedy Daycare Center.
King Kennedy Daycare Center was home?
Yeah, and then she cooked for her. She was a cook. And she cooked for Kent Cap, she cooked for here, she cooked for Kent Cap, and she cooked for King Kennedy.
Now, Kent Caps was what? What was that?
I think it's still going, Kent Cap. There's a daycare center like
It was a daycare center like this?
Yeah, in them years, early years, this was the only daycare there was.
Okay, the United Methodist.
The United Methodist.
Right.
And, you know, it wasn't like a fuel up until, like I said, like 1970, like 1972, Kent Cap opened up. That's when it started. And beside here, they opened one called King Kennedy Daycare, was right here on the corner Division
And Franklin?
Franklin. And she cooked for them.
So did you live in this neighborhood too? Or I know you lived on the other side of the highway.
Yeah, I mean, when I come to town, I said that's where they live. But we moved over right here on Cass, 728 Cass.
So Cass is the next block over, the next street.
Next
From
street over from
Shelby.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
Jefferson.
From Jefferson, Jefferson, then Cass.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
so
live
you
right
live-
around the corner there.
So how long did you live on Cass?
We lived there from, well, my dad started a church in about 1950.
What church?
New St. Mark Church.
New St. what?
New St. Mark.
New St. Mark. And what
And,
street is that on? What corner is that on?
Well, it started all Division area. And then when they moved on Cass,
Okay.
they got a storefront right there on Cass Street.
Right on Cass? They got a storefront?
And then
And so
we
they-
lived right up the street.
Okay.
Church was right near the corner, and we lived right in the middle.
So he
But
started the church.
he started.
But was it connected to a denomination, another denomination or no?
Yeah, it was connected to what they call the Chain Lake Association.
Chain Lake?
Chain Lake Association.
That's
That was the Baptist.
Okay.
That was the National Baptist
Okay.
organization for Baptist church.
And so he started the church there, not so. So you must remember when you were young going to the church.
Oh yeah.
So what was it like? What was the church like that you remember from your perception of it? The way you
Oh,
saw
it was warm reading, and it was operative,
Okay.
and it was a good source for the community because it reached a lot of people. And
How
then,
did it reach you?
well, you know, it was somewhat like something there that, you know, they could count on to be someplace that they could go and worship every.
So the community could count on a place to worship.
Yeah.
But did the church go out and do outreach?
Well, yeah, we started. We had used furniture and appliances,
Okay.
and rummage sale. We
Okay.
started one right here on Jefferson, across the street from where the DHSs now. It used to be storefronts over there, and
And so the rummage still brought a lot of people there to buy clothes and
yeah, buy
products and
clothes and furniture, things
stuff.
they
So that was an
needed.
activity that they did for the community.
Yep, and then it grew because we got a larger place down here further on Jefferson,
Okay. So you got a larger
and
church.
then we got another place down on Lafayette where the other church wasn't there.
So all of these are in the area, So these
Yeah. So the thing is like people that were still coming from different places and down south and what.
Okay. So
A lot of them would meet up here
So
to
people from
him.
down south knew your father already.
Yeah,
So
and
was
they
he a pastor down there too?
no.
No, but they just knew him.
Yeah, somehow they got the word to get to Hudnell when they come here.
Okay. So,
See,
so people from down south would find him here
Yeah,
and look for him.
yeah, and then certain things, they would need to get places to live and stuff, and there's some
Well, there are
household
a lot more people like you.
problems,
Well,
some,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, but yeah, and then we had truck, we do moving and stuff, and
Okay, you help people
we
move?
help,
and
yeah.
stuff like
yeah, we do housework sometimes, repairs. Or, we move. I was telling people to talk. I said, well, a lot of people that live here, maybe 90% of the families just here in Stafford Town, I done move one of them or some family member sometime.
that? So 90% of the people that come here, you probably move.
I probably moved.
Okay.
I moved something
Because you
for
worked on the
them.
movie. You worked on the movie for the church.
Yeah,
So they had moving, they had rummage sales, they had
yeah.
other things.
We had
What was related because if they wanted to
dinners and
dinners?
my mom sold homemade ice cream and cookies.
Okay, to raise money for the church.
Yeah, when we was on cash, she used to
So
sell.
your mother was
wine.
involved too in the church with your father,
Yeah,
and the kids were involved.
right.
So it was a family church also.
Yeah, and every winter we used to burn coals then. We had coal furnace and stuff. And that little church, we had a stove coal. I was responsible. I just tell kids out there, well, we could just go hang. I've been up way earlier than this. A lot of days, I'd have to be up 5:30 out, 6 o'clock in the morning. In my summer, I'd be chopping wood. I had to keep wood there. And a couple of batch, one for the church and one for the house. And I'd have to keep firewood in there for starting fires to burn the coals. So, and sometimes I'd miss out getting to eat early. If I played all the day and miss doing my little chore, I had to get up early in the morning and do it. And I had to make sure it's enough for the church and for the house. Then I had to start up the church, our furnace in the morning. This is Mama. I'll never forget. To tumble out of bed, go down there in the basement, prepare first to make a fire, get the fire going, and then put some coals on. Then my day was go to school or whatever.
So you're growing up. So is it a black neighborhood at that time, or is it mixed?
Yeah, it was a black neighborhood.
Like around Cass and all that?
Yeah, one of one of our old governors, that part of their family used to live there on Cass.
The old
Blanchards.
The Blanchards.
Yeah,
Oh, they
it was
lived
the
there, too.
family of
But they're white.
Blanchards.
They're white.
Yeah,
So there was whites too.
it was whites all over
All
there.
over there.
When
Okay,
we
so it was
when
mixed.
we moved over here, yeah.
But it was mixed, but it was segregated. And divided, you know what I mean by segregated, divided? Like,
Divided.
what
How
I'm saying,
would
like,
you
like
say
Spanish
divided?
on one side, black on the other, white on the other.
No,
It wasn't like that, it was all mixed.
No, it's all, you
Oh.
know, you lived in the house, like, yeah, you know, you got white or black lived next
So it was like that, it was mixed, it was mixed.
Yeah, they lived right next to our church, but when we moved, when a couple, 2 or 3, well, maybe about 4 or 5 families got on the block, all of them started moving away from this
They
area.
started moving away,
Yeah, the white families that was here,
they started moving away.
yeah, they got places somewhere else.
Oh, they didn't like the neighborhood? It was changing? Was the neighborhood changing?
It's not exactly. If it was changing, the only thing was changing is that people of color was showing there now.
So people of color are moving in,
Yeah,
and the whites are moving out.
there it is.
To where? To the suburbs?
Yeah, they started
Have you ever heard them?
started building the malls out on 20th Street. And
So they
many
moved
malls.
in that direction.
Yeah, they moved down the outskirts. And like, you know, it used to be gas stations on just about every corner here, all the way up Franklin Street.
Okay.
But you have to drive out to 28 or Alpine, wherever, Chicago Drive somewhere.
So
The
about
gas,
what year? About
the
what year was it?
gasoline is
About
only
what
2 or
year was
3.
it that the whites started moving out? About.
Well, I know my family moved over here in about 1952, maybe.
Okay.
And when we moved there, and matter of fact, one of the Edisons, you know, it used to be Edison. Well, my dad and them bought from the Edisons, their house
Okay.
on Cass. It used to be Edison Electric.
Okay.
I think it still is in Lansing somewhere,
Okay.
but it wasn't Consumer, but it was Edison. And my mom them bought that house from a family Edison.
Okay. So
And
the
then
church.
it was-
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What it was, you know, I'm just saying they moved there about 1952, you know, just the time I was born.
Right. So that's when they moved. So right when around the time that you were born, they were living on Cass.
Yeah.
Okay. But then after, so where did you go to grammar school?
I went right here to Sheldon School,
Sheldon?
right here on the
It
corner.
was called Sheldon?
It was Sheldon School. It's still called Sheldon
It's still-
Apartment.
Okay, so you went there? Or
Yeah.
the apartments are?
Yeah,
That used to be the grammar school.
it used to be Sheldon School.
How was that school? Was that a mixed school or what?
Yeah, it was mixed school.
Okay. Everybody got along?
Oh yeah. Everybody got along well in that school.
But they started changing.
Did not too much change there.
Not too much change.
No.
So there was
Mr.
no-
Coleman, you know Mr. Coleman, that
Mhm.
comes here sometime.
Okay.
Talk. Sometimes he come in here and
The veteran guy?
And no, he talked with some of the seniors about
Okay.
Medicare insurance coverage.
I don't know him that well, no.
Yeah, he comes here.
But
He usually come here
He
every
used to be a
week
teacher?
on.
Did he used to be a teacher
Yeah, he used to be a teacher there.
at the Sheldon grammar school? So
Yeah,
so-
and then
so you learned a lot of
Ray
stuff.
Tardy was my teacher, fifth
Ray
grade teacher.
Tardy was your teacher?
Yeah, they started the Sheldon Complex.
Okay, Ray Tardy started Sheldon
He
Complex,
started.
and he was your teacher.
Yeah, he was a fifth grade teacher.
Okay.
Or fifth or sixth grade teacher, I think. Yeah, he was a sixth grade teacher.
Sure.
And they were, and Mr. Coleman was too.
So was the neighborhood peaceful, or was there problems at that time?
Well, it was problems at that time, and it was it was
Why do
problems
you think it was problems?
because it was.
Okay, but I mean, I know it was, but why do you think?
Well, if I was thinking about what my peers was based on was like the war and just it was the Korean War was going on, and then it just come out of World War II, but it was without experience at a young age. It was soldiers that there was a lot of soldiers that would be in leave and recruiting and going back and forth. And you could see a lot of them would be on in the street, people. But a lot of the youngsters then, the teenagers, wasn't fussed about going to the army or to the service.
They weren't into it.
No, I mean, some of them was, but a vast majority, well, not a vast majority, because a whole lot of our neighborhood went to the service, but a few rejected it. And, but I was saying that, and then they was starting to go into another war because the Vietnam War was. So what it was is it was turmoil about people, different family members going on places, and they was getting killed in these wars that really nothing of the United States concern.
Okay, so a lot of people from the community were getting killed, and they were kind of angry because they didn't feel the war was related to them.
Yeah.
Something
And then,
I don't want to put words in your mouth. I mean, is that what
yeah.
you're trying to say? Something
That's more
that's
or
what
less
you're
what I'm
saying.
trying to say, yeah.
Okay, so there were some people that didn't like the war. And,
Yeah.
and that was because a lot of their sons were the ones getting killed.
Yeah,
Okay.
there it is.
Okay.
And then that's what left off, a lot of,
Did you believe this? How did you believe?
well, I believe that they should go
Okay.
as countrymen and, serving, but I didn't believe that the leadership was right in involving themselves in a lot of the third world.
Because they were
Conflicts.
They were fighting the third world.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
and what you
then
mean by the
you-
third world, you're talking about these developing countries that,
Right.
they're not.
Yeah.
So you're talking about these big countries are getting these smaller countries
Smaller,
involved.
yeah.
Okay.
The third world is like, the Asian,
The Asian, the Latin America,
Right.
Africa,
yeah,
places like that.
Africa, and
developing countries.
Philippines, Vietnam,
Philippines,
so. So yeah,
So you didn't believe that we should be involved with those people.
actually no,
Okay.
not in the period there. What they.
And when did you start thinking like that?
Well,
What influenced you?
when I was in school, when I come up to school, I went to South School High, and they broke up South High School. It was issues.
What do you mean?
But-
Who's they? They broke it up. The city
The city, yeah.
broke up the school.
Yeah, and then they,
There was not enough money to keep it going.
well, it wasn't a money issue, or it wasn't about not enough money. It was something about, well, I'm going to tell you like what I think it was is that it was a lot of personnel was child friendly.
Oh, okay. So there was some problem with the molesters at the
Not
school.
more or less molesters. It was, it was people that, they was really involved issues, teachers.
Child friendly. What do you mean?
Well,
Is it molesters or
no,
people-
teachers and student relations.
Oh, relationships.
Other
So it's
than,
not molesters, it's relationships.
yeah, other
Teachers
than,
and students.
yeah, aside from what's
And they
What's
came
the
out,
student?
And they came out in the news.
yeah.
Okay, so it came out in the news, so they had to do a management
Right.
of the
So
place.
they started
Okay.
and then they started figuring like they started up busing.
Busting people in there.
Yeah, busing to different schools.
Busing.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was during the busing times.
Yeah,
So they
because
started-
we was going along, there wasn't no bus to school. People they get on
So
the
they're
bus.
taking people from this neighborhood and sending them to a different neighborhood.
Yeah, to a different.
Union High School or something.
All the schools were set up where
Next-
all the kids
Mixing
could
them up.
walk to school and get to school.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they didn't have to be out on no street corner
Okay.
or getting there. But
So they would
when
just
they
bus-
were,
would take-
when you come out the house, you had a destination, and where you was expected to see, and they could walk from house to house, walk home to school. Serious. So, and so after they bought that school, they had to go to the bus. And then it used to be prayer in school then too. But they cut the prayer.
So that you could pray in the school.
Oh yeah.
Or did
We
they
would
cut
have
it? They cut it.
we had school classes, and we'd go in and to take rolling before anything was from God. We had prayer.
Okay.
Say some words of prayer. And then start your daily lesson.
So you were getting bused to a different school too.
No.
This is
I never busted.
you were never bused. This is when you were older.
No, when we after we moved from Cass Street and moved up on Prince there. Prince in East.
Prince
And where I lived, I was at the end of every school line.
Okay.
Every high school, right there at Eastern, right there at Eastern and Prince, Eastern and Warden, was the end of every school, Creston, Union, Central, Ottawa. So I had the choice to go to either one when I moved there. I went to what's his name? There used to be a city commissioner, Mayhew,
Paul Mayhew. Okay.
Mr. Mayhew.
Okay.
I know him from South.
You know from.
Yeah, I know him from South High. I know him when he used to play football for Mr. Jackson.
Oh, you used to play
South.
football too?
Yeah, I used to be the water boy on the team.
The water boy on the team?
Yeah,
But he played on the football team.
he played on football.
Okay.
And when we moved there on Prince, he was
So why didn't you
campaigning.
play? Why were you the water boy?
I played.
Oh, you played too? They just...
Yeah, it was just years before I was eligible to play. I was the team water boy.
Okay. Oh, you were younger at the time?
Yeah, I was younger on the team. I was in the 7th or 8th grade.
Okay.
And you couldn't play until a freshman, So I was with the varsity team, and I get to go to all the games everywhere to go, But anyway, when we moved from up here on Prince, Mr. Mayhew was in campaign for a commissioner.
Commissioner at the time.
And he come by and I was out shoveling the mall after we just got there, and he said, "Well, you gotta move. What school are you going to?" And I said, I was planning to go to Creston because Creston was right up to Prince there, and Henry or something, but I told him, well, I don't want to go to Ottawa. He encouraged me, brother, to go to Ottawa, I said, well, I'm supposed to go to Prince. They want me for Creston. Well, you're in Ottawa. I said, yeah. Ottawa, yeah. I can still walk to school. I don't have to get on the bus if I go to Ottawa. And that's where I went. And they was in the state championship that year. They was playing for the state championship that year.
This was Ottawa?
Ottawa Hills.
Was in the state championship?
Yeah.
And you were going to Ottawa at that time?
Yeah, I went to that year.
Mm-hmm.
They won. It was in basketball. They state champion 2 years in a row there. And I got there, and matter of fact, the coach was my counselor. I remember him a lot. And then I started playing basketball on the JV team. I had the year before, I had been playing at South. And we won the championship. But Ottawa was a good thing. They was the only team that we lost to that year. And then we won a game, and I always had a dispute or a question on how I put in a basket on the buzzer and win the game when we played them. During we played. So I heard that the people didn't think it was good. It was just something that happened with time running out.
They didn't think what was good.
Well, I made the winning basket.
Oh, you made that one basket?
Yeah. I even got a rebound, put it up.
Okay.
Before the buzzer went off.
Okay, so you just made it right before the buzzer?
Yeah, but what the ball did, it hit the rim and it spun around and round and round the rim.
Yeah.
And then
it dropped down. But the buzzer had already buzzed.
The buzzer, it hit the rim before the buzzer went off. But it went around and round. And after the buzzer went off, and it dropped in.
So they still counted it?
It counted.
Right.
As long as it was in the cylinder.
Well, But you still worried about it.
I'm not still worried about it.
They were worried about it.
They was, you know, I'm just saying, some of the other fans didn't like it.
It's slipping in.
Yeah, that's
But
slipping.
they're saying, no, it's over.
Yeah.
So that was the game winner.
That was the game winner.
And you won.
Yeah, we won.
So that's all that counts.
Yeah,
The referee said you won, that's it.
That's what
I wouldn't worry about it anymore. I know you're not worried about it.
but I was just saying, you know, I think over the yeah. You know, it's a guy that played on the team with me, man. Couple guys, you know. Every time they see me, you know, I haven't seen in a lot of years, but it's this woman. Every time he see me, man, he'll pull up a horse. He say, "Man, come on, you got to take you to dinner. Take you to what do you want?" He said, and then you know I get the car, and he already reminisce on that.
Mm.
He said, "Man, Calvin." He said, "Man, yeah, man, you surely." It was extraordinary. You saved my life. I thought, oh Lord. And yeah, I said, well, he be wanting to take me to dinner, take me somewhere every time he see me. And he said, well, you can't go here. You know, here, we want to throw me some dollars. Go get you, go get what you want, you know. And sure, well, although, take pride in each other, I guess, because that's how we was taught. And
in school, or your parents taught you that?
Well, my parents and school teachers
Okay.
has taught me that.
To take pride in yourself?
Yeah, and to do what you do it good.
In your father,
Don't pursue.
Because he was pastor, he would be in every school.
Well, no, he didn't really be at every school. I mean,
Because he was busy with church.
Church. That was mostly what he was involved with.
Okay.
But I was saying, you know, during the years after he started church, a lot of the ministers, the pastors, that come up to church, or some church around, my dad ordained them.
Oh, that are the pastors of the other churches.
Yeah.
Your dad ordained them.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's pretty well established.
Yeah, he was well established.
He was
And
established. He's not living now.
No,
Okay.
he's been, my dad.
But he ordained a lot of these pastors.
Yeah, and they started up in what they call it, Ministers Allowance.
So they know
And
you
now-
pretty well, the pastors, all these pastors.
Oh, they know me well.
Okay.
I just won. Charlie Jones just passed, and Maurice Reverend Jones is Pilgrim Rest. My mom used to be a member of Pilgrim Rest before they started up in St. Rod. And yeah, all of the pastors know me real well, and cause you know, I matter of fact. I used to when they started up the Ministers Allowance, they started up what they call the Baptist, the Alliance Church's bulletin. And I was responsible for getting that out to the church.
Just the newsletter.
Yeah.
And it was called the Lawrence Church Bulletin?
No, the Alliance
Lions Church Bulletin.
bulletin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to get that.
So, yeah, my dad, he was a chaplain to the line, so he did the publications. So he had to gather, we had to gather all the church announcements or events, what they wanted to pass on to the other churches. And he would run them off,
Right.
and then I would have to deliver. I helped
Oh, you
run
deliver
them
them. You responsible for distribution or for?
distribution,
Okay. Okay.
because he or him and one of the
And you
secretaries.
were head of the church,
Yeah.
basically. Okay.
So every Sunday morning, I'd have to go around to each church,
Who paid for the gas?
the church,
Oh,
because
the
I
church,
drove.
they paid for the church.
Yeah, I
for the
drove
gas.
the church bus.
So that made the
I
church
would pick
powerful
up-
because if you had a distribution, that makes
Yeah.
your father's church powerful.
Oh yeah, yeah. It became like the new church is over right here on Shelby Street, from Cass.
So a lot of people.
Yeah, it was a lot of people. It was, when we moved over there, it was a lot of people. But you was asking me earlier about was it different out here? I was around here, neighborhood, like, you know, what we hearing about people getting killed, the youngsters getting
Right.
killed in different places. Well, that was happening around here all the time.
It was happening at that time too.
Yeah, it was happening.
Young people getting killed.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, I was saying it was police brutality.
Oh, the police are killing young people.
The police. It was people that it was different. Because our squad would pull around these blocks here,
Right.
and different people. They would come. They would come right out of their car. They had nightsticks, and they was beating people down around.
White police
Yeah,
beating up on black kids.
yeah.
Okay, you saw this.
Yeah, I've seen it on several. I've seen it. Yeah, it was live right out in the
So what did the community say about that at that time?
Nothing really they could say about it.
Nothing they could say.
Well, for one thing, the riot started up behind.
Okay, so they did say something because they did a riot.
Yeah,
So people got angry and did a riot because of that. So that's what was.
that's why it occurred.
That's why it occurred, because there was police brutality.
Right. So
Okay.
people was, an action caused a reaction
Okay. And so you saw.
about anything.
Okay. So that's what kind of woke you up.
Yeah. Oh
The
yeah.
riot was one of the things that woke you up.
Oh yeah, it woke up a lot of people. Because we had a church after we was put out of this, we had to leave this church. Well, yeah.
So your father believed that that's what was actually police brutality.
Yeah, anybody
So your
that
father-
lived around
Your
here.
father said, "Hey, this is police brutality here."
Where were police
He preached
brutality?
that on Sunday. Your father.
Well, no, I don't.
But if
I
some-
don't
he didn't preach it.
preach it.
But if somebody asked them,
Yeah, it was probably some mention mention of certain things that happened maybe somewhere.
it was mentioned.
Yeah.
So people were,
So,
other people were talking about it.
Yeah, so awareness.
Awareness. There was awareness of
But it wasn't nothing to do with,
preaching it.
yeah,
But there was awareness.
spreading the gospel.
Okay.
Word.
Because he's teaching the gospel.
Right.
But there was awareness. People knew that that was going on. Okay. And you knew what was going on.
I know what was on.
Did you get angry or anything like that? Or?
Well, yeah, I mean, people, our church, matter of fact, our church was burned down right here on Lafayette and Hall Street during the,
And you think it was whites that did it?
well, it's not exactly.
But somebody burned it down
It
that
wasn't.
didn't like the church.
I didn't even give a thought about if it was white or black
Yeah, no, and I don't want to put words in you.
that done it.
It just said that it was burned down.
Yeah,
Okay, that's all you're saying.
yeah.
Okay, because you don't know.
I'm looking at, you know,
I'm already.
it's a fire. It's something that has
already
to be
blaming
rebuilt.
When you say I'm already blaming people, and I'm not supposed to put my 2 cents. So let me get out for that. I'm not putting 2 cents. Okay, so what you're saying is you don't know what happened, but the church was burned down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But can I ask you this? Was there, the neighborhood was changing, people were moving out, right?
yeah, people were
White
moving
people were
on.
moving to the suburbs,
Yeah,
right?
for
So
certain.
So somebody was angry, but we don't know who. And we'll leave it like that. What other things do you remember growing up in this neighborhood?
Well, I remember some of the people that really hung close to me coming up.
And hung close to you?
Yeah,
What was-
and I always was in communication
What
with.
was their names? Some of your friends?
Well,
Their
Uh,
first name?
Anita is one of them, Miss.
Miss Anita was one of them? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and
You knew her from school, or?
yeah, I know her from. She used to go to South School too.
Okay.
I know her from. She know me from baby, you know.
Okay.
And then her kids, I used to work for her too at King Kennedy. My
So
mom.
this is her neighborhood too?
Yeah, and then Miss Farm was Miss Billy Farm.
Who was she?
She was one of the.
Did she work here too?
No, she worked for the Sheldon Complex.
For the Sheldon Complex?
Yeah, she was one of the execs at the Sheldon Complex.
And then, so you knew her too?
And she was my neighbor too.
She was your neighbor, okay.
She used to live across the street from us.
Oh, and she had a good job, and Miss Anita's middle class, right?
Yeah,
And so it was this other lady, Miss Barnes.
yeah.
So were you middle class too, or your father was a pastor?
Well, yeah, he's
So you guys were middle class too?
professional.
This was a black middle class neighborhood.
Yeah.
Is that what it was, or am I?
Oh,
am I
yeah,
putting my
yeah.
2 cents?
It still is.
It still is.
Yeah, you see it hard.
Because people own their homes and everything like that.
You see everything around here is still A1.
Right, A1.
And a lot of
A1?
white
You call it
that
A1?
has moved out
Right.
is buying the properties back.
So now they're moving back in.
Yeah, you see,
But
You
if
see
they move
what-
in,
mixed
somebody's
all
gonna-
around the
yeah,
neighborhood.
but if they move in, somebody got to leave.
Why is that?
Well, there's not enough room. What do you think? I mean,
Well,
what do you think?
I'm for certain. I know for certain that
You think the
the
neighborhood
race of population is
is in the
is-
equation, in the problem?
well, I say it's 5 times the 5 times the blacks. I know that. 2, and then
Right.
it's, yeah, as far as populations are. But I'm looking like this. The land and the person, they're still good.
The land.
They not getting their head busted open every day, because that's
Right.
what was happening.
So they're not getting their heads busted,
Yeah,
but they're moving in,
yeah, but they
but they're not getting their heads busted. But so they feel comfortable.
they ain't getting they're not getting the department is not getting all the complaint
Okay,
about white and black
right.
issues in the state.
But I do hear in the news, like, for example, over here by the chicken coop, there's killings there. Blacks are killing each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
that's coming
You
up.
ain't- yeah,
But
that's
that's what you're saying. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
that's what I'm. that's what that's what the neighborhood issue is with us in
Okay.
this office.
Well, that's what
It's blacks on black on black.
black and black,
It's caused,
black and black
yeah.
crime. That's what the issue is.
That's mostly
So
what
there's
the
no problem
issue has
between
been.
black and white.
Well, you know, what the last 15 or 20 years or so.
Yeah, so for the last 15, 20 years, there's no problem between black and white.
Nah, you ain't
It's
there.
just between black and black.
That's mostly what it's
But,
been.
but, I don't know why it's all in one section.
Well,
What do you think?
that's still segregation.
That's segregation.
Segregation and brutality and this, segregation, brutality, discrimination is a different it's a different product, just like a different product, just like a popsicle.
Okay.
You know, like a popsicle in a stage plank and candy bar. It's different.
It's different. So there's a popsicle that's different than the candy bar.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. So that's a different problem, the race issue
Mhm.
and the black on black crime.
Yeah.
So it's two different problems. Are they both important, or what do you think for you? Are they important to you?
What I think for me is that you should keep God in the plan,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
because your soul salvation is a personal thing.
Okay.
And I think whoever what should be thankful and thank God, praise Jesus, for having the living story of Jesus and his love.
Okay. So you're saying there's some problems, but we're going to put it in God's hands? Or am I putting my 2 cents in again? What are you saying? You're saying that we need to look
You
at...
said that, yeah,
I said it,
yeah.
but is that correct or no?
That's correct.
Okay, that's correct. Okay. So we need to put it in God's hands.
That's the only way I
Okay.
can see it.
Okay. Okay.
It's the only way I can see it.
Okay, so those are changes that are going on today in the neighborhood. And is it...
Well, I'm gonna say changes.
Okay,
I would say that's a course of daily living
of course.
with some.
Okay. It's a course of daily living. The gang banging, the fighting, the killing, black on black killing, and the whites are moving back in. That's just a course of daily living. Okay, how do we stop the black on black crime? Because that's going to make people, the city, move everybody out of there.
It's not exactly,
So what do you think?
because we can't stop.
Do we know any of the people that are doing that? Did they grow up in the neighborhood?
They probably did.
Or you don't know that?
More than probably likely, it is somebody that growed up
In this neighborhood?
Yeah.
So why did they go in that direction? You never went in, did you go into that direction?
Well, no. Like I said, that's part, of course, of daily living.
Okay.
And I think what a lot of teachers and then churches is exemplifying
Okay.
it to congregation or the message or whoever is that in life there's choices. You see? you know, and my mom even used to tell me this, that we travelers, only travelers in this. And you could choose the road that you go down. You know, in the Bible, I remember saying that it's a spirit. We all spirit. But the Bible says, and Peter, I think it is, about that. There's a spirit of evil and a spirit of good. And the individual, I mean, you know, you can be a scholar, you can be a real genius or whatnot. But you really can't put the caption on that. To say really where the evil, the good, or evil good, and the evil bad, it's going, you know, make its way to where it's sitting in your life or character.
And it's 12 o'clock. Did you want to stop now then?
Yeah.
Okay. So any just last words real quick, or you
Oh.
are related to Bobby Rush, right?
Yeah.
Congressman Bobby Rush
Yeah.
from Chicago, which I know is a friend of mine, so I want to mention that. And you were aware of the Black Panthers
Oh,
at that
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts real quick? So, 'cause
Well, I can say, keep God in the plan.
okay.
Pray about what to do. Before you start, I mentioned to before I start out in anything, pursuit of what I want, or what I think I want, or what I do, to pray and ask God about it first. And rise above it.
Rise above. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.